Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the Triviamaster of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. Hello, I am not the Zodiac Killer. Welcome back to Grand Trivia. Thank you for that Wilhelm scream, Foolaloo. And you can join our game of trivia by going to crowd.live and entering the code YH7FA because we've got Prime Trivia for Prime Day.
Happy Daddy Bezos Trivia. That's
Happy
right.
Daddy Bezos Day.
Happy Prime Day. I know that for a fact. Cost me first place last week. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Suffering.
Well, that reminds me to make sure that negative points are on.
Exactly. But Fluval, I have a little game for us.
Okay, let's make
Well,
you
people
visible.
get signed up. I have 2 Prime packages. How wonderful. The spoils of capitalism, you may think.
I do.
But no, one of these contains something amazing, and one contains something horrible. So, Fluval, you get to pick left or right.
Oh, well, goodbye, Void, now that weather has cleared up enough that you have to flee from our great game. All right.
Oh.
Left.
I'm so glad that you were here for a bit, and I'm so glad that you get to suffer because you have to leave, and that we caused you some suffering along the way.
Yes, and I go left.
Negative points are like discounts. But left or right, Fluval?
As I said.
Which one?
Left.
Oh, left. Okay. Well, Fluval, of course, you picked the one with the best thing. That's right!
Yay!
It's a little Fluval.
It's a little Fluval. And of course, I do want to commemorate this Prime Day with this very important sound alert as well.
Fluval.
Streamers, why aren't you praising Bezos? Praise Bezos.
Praise Bezos. That's
was
the
in the
bad
bad package?
Oh, what's in the bad package? Well, let me reveal to all of you. It's family. No, it's horrifying. It's
an Imperial Mango cider.
It's a cider. That's right. Consumable matter. Horrifying.
I obviously hate that, but did you see what the name was?
Disgusting. What?
Excelsior.
Exactly. Exactly.
But if you go to crowd.live
we only praise Fluval
and enter the code YH7FA, you can join our game of trivia, much like free shipping walk run.
Yes, it's giraffe flavor. You said the thing! Interesting matter, big yikes.
I'm not the Zodiac Killer asking, can clones celebrate Prime Day?
Can clones celebrate?
Streamers, why aren't you praising Bezos? Praise Bezos.
to their primes?
Great question.
I suppose it depends. Are we in like a The Island situation in which they like are unsure of their clone's identity? Are we in a Clone Wars style situation where they all have like one daddy?
While we ponder that, we have a very important Prime Day poem.
Only if they're like Jango Fett prom.
We have an important Prime Day poem to share with you.
Wow, we're just stacking it.
Yeah.
Up top. That's right.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
It's me.
Well
oh my
done.
God.
Well, I was just about to read this traditional Christmas Eve poem to all my interns. It's got action and adventure and magic. Would you like to join us? Oh, amazing! Just take a seat on the story circle, and I'll get started with "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the station, no creature was streaming, no seal nor cetacean. Our broadcast would be piercing the veil with care and knowledge that viewers soon would be there. But Fluval was teasing the studio cat while I rested my brain in the intern brain vat. When outside the airlock arose such a clatter, I sprang from my vat to see what was the matter. Away to the view screen, I flew like a flash, screaming for interns with threats of a lash. When what to my wondering eyes did appear? But a penis-shaped ship and a small profiteer. I halted the interns preparing torpedoes, cause I knew in that moment, it must be Jeff Bezos. More rapid than FedEx, his companies came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. On Zappos, on Goodreads, on Whole Foods, on Echo, on Twitch and Alexa, on Ring and Prime Video, on Audible, Kindle, A-Books and Blee, on PillPack.com and IMDb. As I waited at the airlock surrounded by lackeys, in popped Jeff Bezos in dress shirt and khakis. He was bald and was rich, this worker extorter, with informant drones to hear union supporters. With a wink of an eye and a few little shakes, he fired all the interns who took bathroom breaks. Then he spoke not a word but went straight to his work. Stole viewer data with a satisfied smirk. Then laying a finger aside of his phone, he was instantly beamed into one of his homes. But I heard him exclaim as he phased out of sight, "Happy Prime Day to all, and to all
Streamers, why aren't you praising
good
Bezos?
night."
Praise Bezos.
Yes.
The ball. All of the documentary footage that is in that particular video.
If you want to
And
view
please,
that, even when you're not
Yes.
here, it's right on our YouTube page.
Yes, and peep all of the incredible documentarians.
Yes. And all the
Who generated all of those images for us, captured them.
And all the documentarians' names will be in our
Yes.
credits on tonight's episode.
Please peep them, because some of them are here. One BBBBR,
Yes.
Street Team.
Yes.
Street Team.
Yes. And
We have Lindsay, the Argyle, mentioning Lindsay Premmel. Yes, Lindsay
yes,
Premmel
Lindsay
and Stephen Premmel.
both contributed.
Yes, King Klon. How do we join the trivia again? Let's figure it out. One BBBR figured it out.
You go to crowd.live.
Yes. This
and-
suffering brought to you by CrowdPer.
Yes, you go to crowd.live and enter the code YH7FA. You can also click the link pinned to the top of the chat.
Should be.
It is.
Unless
No,
some
it is.
suffering is happening.
It is.
Wait, I'm so sorry,
It's
Fluval.
pinned. I see it pinned.
I'm sorry. I'll hold up little you in shame.
Yes. And I also know it's there because of free shipping walk run, automated delivery drone Fadson 2, B10G Tove 3, CBC is 10 stops away, Prime Andrew, Missy, play music tracks for fucking, and King Klon have joined our game of trivia. And you can too, even if you decide you want to play. Once our game of trivia gets underway, you can still join yourself by going to crowd.live and entering code YH7FA for this Prime Trivia to celebrate Prime Day, which is, of course, now 2 days long.
That's true.
I agree, Adam Fink.
I just wanted to say that misinformation is an incredible name to give a robot like AI assistant.
Yeah, it is.
Like, Missy, look up this information for me. But the computer was called misinformation all along. That's my Black Mirror pitch. Thank you so much.
The sus horn has sounded.
Yeah, because the Black Mirror of it all.
That's true. It is very much because the Black Mirror of it all. But hello, Bootleg Bart has also joined our game of trivia. But what if? What if
the AI technology was giving us bad information?
What
Thank
if
you
the
very much.
information
That's
superhighway was
that's my
clogged
pitch
up
to
with
Netflix.
misinformation?
Exactly. That needs to go in the pitch. There we go.
What
Yes.
if our game of trivia was about to start? I think it would go a little something like this. There's a
Missy
countdown.
Super Information Highway.
Yes!
Yes. You know,
Here's
it
our
feels
first
more and
question.
more like that nowadays.
Which comedian sang a song about Jeff Bezos in 2021? We're starting off a little easier. Bo Burnham, Jonathan Colton, Tim Minchin, or Weird Al Yankovic. Seen here is Robot Bezos dancing a little jig to the song about him.
I love that song. Bezos. Just Bezos.
Oh, yeah.
You know I wanted some new toothpaste and another pair of pants and also a headband.
I like they see me suppressing that labor. I know they're all thinking I'm too wide and nerdy. But you're almost out of time. And in fact, now you are out of time to enter answers. All of you thought it was a Bo Burnham.
How interesting.
Interesting. Did you all get it wrong?
Did you all get it wrong? Are we starting with like the best suffering?
No, they got it right.
Oh, okay.
It's Bo Burnham. It was part of his special Inside, where he dared to do the impossible, make comedy from his own home.
Didn't he didn't
Which was
release
actually in
it
his backyard.
Did he release it on Inside Prime?
It was Netflix.
Did he release it on the main one, or did he release it afterwards as a rejected song?
No, it's on the special.
Oh, okay.
It's in Inside Prime. It's not
Okay.
an Inside. It's not an Inside afterthought.
An Inside edition.
Yeah, an Inside edition and
Oh.
After Out. Oh, it's on both.
Okay.
It's on Prime as well. On Inside, it's 2 tracks.
On Inside. I love it.
There's
I love
a third
it.
version on The Leftovers.
Amazing. You see, you can't. There's a billion ways to write a song about a billionaire. Just
Yeah.
like there's a billion ways to suppress labor union.
That's true. Or if you're Wizards of the Coast, a billion ways to send the Pinkertons to go get your cards back. But we don't need to dwell on that, because you can suffer on our leaderboard, where thus far everyone has gained points except for King Klon, who I think just didn't answer that one. Is it because they chose not to answer? Is it because Crowdpurr just wouldn't let them? We'll never know. Oh, King Klon was peeing.
Suffering!
Oh, human frailty prevented them from answering.
Frailty! Human
And thank you for the sub
frailty.
earlier, King Klon.
Yes, thank you so
And thank you for the sub and shouting out the important discussion about Taskmaster that was
His
part
face
of Missed Calls
Suffering.
with the former randoms. As we go, as we move on, I should say, to the final frontier.
Oh, yes.
Question 2. Which Star Trek captain had an existential crisis after going into space with Jeff Bezos? Anson Mount, Avery Brooks, Patrick Stewart, or William Shatner?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are instituting the same rules as Amazon warehouse workers, meaning that, King Klon, you have been eliminated.
To be clear.
Goodbye.
That's also what their delivery drivers have to do.
Well, you are all expected, that's true. You are all expected to be glued to your phone. We are tracking your eyeballs. We know where your attention is. If you drift off, if you daydream, we can see that.
That was also a special bonus perk. When they replaced Amazon Smile, the one that benefited charity, they replaced it with Amazon Piss, where you can get clocks that have been peed on by actual humans. That's true. You know what? You're right. These aren't captains. These are actors.
This is true.
Fine. Which Star Trek actor had an existential crisis after going into space with Jeff Bezos?
You see, 1B gets the system.
So here, what do you think?
Fluval.
Do you think I should make it so none of them are the correct answer because these aren't captains, they're actors? Or should I just change the text to say actor?
I think that you should do the first one.
Okay, so
because that sounded. There is no objective reality here.
Okay, well, let's see what you picked. All of you picked William Shatner, and it's none of them because those are all actors, not Star Trek captains. And thank Blogtoven for pointing that out.
We laugh at you. We laugh at your suffering.
All of you lost points on that one.
Suffering.
Do you know about Shatner's novel where Captain Kirk gets resurrected by the Romulans? There's an episode, Balance of Terror, the Star Trek episode.
Yes.
Shatner wrote a book where Kirk, the child of the Romulan captain from the episode Balance of Terror, resurrects Captain Kirk as a super weapon against Picard.
But what's wonderful is that the person who plays that Romulan captain later played Spock's father.
Sarek.
Meaning that his child, Spock, resurrects William Shatner.
No. I mean, sort of. It's the Romulan character's daughter. And they're there because Spock wants to finally visit Kirk's grave and pay his respects.
Actually, we're unscripted. So.
Yeah, well, so is
Actually
is also
I'm
unscripted.
So sorry.
What are you alleging about the good folks that drop? Oh, okay.
I apologize to the good people at Dropout.
Hey, you know what? That's just one of the ways the people who work on them actually are better people than some of the cast of At Midnight.
Precisely. No, they are wonderful and they perpetuate suffering in beautiful ways.
But also, think about this. None of you are
a lot,
well, but also look at this. None of them are actually worse off than they were before because they all got the first one right and all got the second one wrong. So unfortunately, that's suffering.
But King Klon got negative 100
Okay,
points.
You're right. Only King Klon benefited because he dared pee.
Ooh, the Corbomite maneuver, also an incredible
Great
one.
episode. But so the correct answer is...
What does Jeff Bezos need with a spaceship?
The correct answer was William Shatner, who... He really went into his existential angst on a Fox News interview, but he also told Jimmy Fallon about it.
Oh.
And here's...
And it went a little something.
A little something.
Like this.
Like this.
Well, the whole effect of going into space and seeing what very few people have seen, and there's no frame of reference. How do you describe?
I mean, we're there right now.
Yeah.
How do you describe?
We're outside of it right now, but we've been there.
Palpable darkness, blackness of space, where there's no filter of dust or dirt or reflections of light. It's there. It's like hanging there. It's evil. It seems like the.
No, that was me. I was the monster.
Fluval was the monster. Fluval.
Yeah, and then he talks about looking down and seeing this precious earth hanging there like this precious thing.
Hanging there like some precious thing.
And then he saw that.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Well, why don't
Bye-bye
we
now.
then go to question 3?
No,
it was so
it was
precious.
precious.
And then he looked out the window and realized there was something on the wing. That was also me.
It was. We did have to build that whole suit apparatus for Fluval to be inside.
Yeah, I had a whole mech suit so I could hang off the wing.
It was more intern
but
than
I didn't
mech
eat
suit.
it.
But we did put mechanisms in the living
Yeah.
intern so that Fluval could call it a mech suit, because Fluval wanted to call it a mech suit.
I wanted to,
So-
just for the branding, you know?
Precisely. Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
That's why it was so precious. But why don't we go to question 3? Which celebrity turned down Jeff Bezos' offer to join him in space? Bill Murray, Chris Pratt, Mark Hamill, or Tom Hanks?
I do love that little animation.
Yeah, it looks
there.
like Mr. Peanut.
It really does. I just like how the rest of his body like waves along.
Yeah,
with him.
also, this celebrity confirmed it in an interview with Jimmy Fallon, so Fallon really weaving together some of these Bezos answers.
He's kind of the key to all of this.
Yes, he really is the Jar Jar of late night.
He's the crux upon which all of reality is hung.
Yeah, he's a canon event, Jimmy Fallon.
One of 2 for Missy. Love the Suffering. Split Decisions.
Also, I don't
love
mean to
it.
demean Jar Jar by comparing him to Jimmy. Well, actually, they were both a little bit too kind to a would-be autocrat.
You know?
That's why I didn't mean to, allegedly, what Jimmy Fallon and Horatio did is why I didn't mean to, compare it to Jar Jar. But, Jar Jar, again, was, like, a little cool. I mean, Jar Jar would have tousled Palpatine's hair.
Right?
But anyway, 2 of you said it was Bill Murray. None of you thought it was Chris Pratt, because he's already close to our Lord. 7 of you thought it was Duke Cockknocker himself, Mark Hamill.
Duke Cockknocker.
That's his character. It's a character he played. Look it up on his IMDb. And 1 of you thought it was Tom Hanks.
Theoretically, comic
Exactly.
relief. I like that. Wow.
And the correct answer was Tom Hanks.
Wow! Only 1 of you got it? Who got it? All of the rest of you are fools. You are all fools. I do think that Mark Hamill might refuse him, though.
I don't know.
Mark Hamill, he either will because he's a total G, or he won't because he's being a stupid old man.
Or he's just like, I don't know, I think it'd be fun if Luke Skywalker went to space.
That's true, too. You are being offered to go to space. I do not think that he agrees with Bezos' whole deal.
Yeah, he played Duke Cockknocker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I feel like Pratt would absolutely go to space.
But yeah, the correct answer was Tom Hanks.
Offered him to go to space.
Tom Hanks confirmed that Bezos invited him, as I said, in an interview with Jimmy Fallon. He said, well, yeah, he invited me provided I pay. It costs like $28 million or something like that. And I'm doing good, Jimmy. I'm doing good, but I ain't paying $28 million. And that's why Mark Hamill would not do it.
No.
That's true.
Yeah, he already had a shitty time in space.
Yeah.
I watched that movie in 6th grade. It gave me so much anxiety. Fuck.
And yet,
it is almost a documentary.
and yet you work in space now.
That's not an invite. That's a ticket.
I mean, yeah.
I like how we didn't hear that from William Shatner, though.
I don't think, and do you think William Shatner paid $28 million?
I think he might have.
I don't think William Shatner paid $28 million.
I feel like he would.
We made up the idea on the other 3. We don't know that the other 3 in this were invited. We just pulled 3 names out of a hat.
Yeah. We did give the hat sapience, but then I left it on Earth and it turned J.K. Rowling into a turf.
Okay,
so.
yeah, Shatner actually might have paid it.
My bad. Apollo 13 holds up. Special effects incredible. That is good to know, actually, because I recently watched Armageddon, and it made me want to watch Apollo 13, even though I haven't seen it for like years and years.
That's the question, Adam Fink, is does Shatner have 28 million? Google a bunch of websites of questionable authority say his net worth is $100 million.
Okay, never mind. I mean, maybe, because 100 million is more than 28 million.
Yeah, it's
For all mankind.
nearly 5 times as many.
And certain people, maybe who love lesbian astronauts, should watch all of fucking Strange New Worlds, because the end of the first season deals directly with the TOS episode, Balance of Terror. That's right, and has gay space cadets.
Does.
It has lesbian fucking astronauts and cool bisexuals on the fucking bridge.
That actually does raise the question. Are Starfleet crew members still astronauts, technically? Or are they just Starfleet crew members? Like, when did they retire the word astronaut in the world of Star Trek?
This is a good question. But apparently for all mankind, lesbian fucking astronaut. Yes.
Yes.
Astronauts who fuck lesbians. They are also lesbians. And bi people. And they all fuck lesbians who
Speaking of sexuality, that actually ties into question 4. As a joke, Jeff Bezos threatened which actor after they flirted with his girlfriend? Leonardo DiCaprio, Hugh Jackman, Tom Cruise, or Tom Hardy? Of course, allegedly flirted with the girlfriend.
It's perfect. Oh, as a joke. Okay.
I mean, he tweeted it.
Honestly, like...
Allegedly flirted with his girlfriend. That's the part that's alleged. The thread is literally tweeted, so...
That's so bizarre to me. I love all these things. It's perfect.
And this is a returning question, so eagle-eyed lawyer viewers might recognize this.
Some things towards girlfriend.
Also, I just want to highlight this gif of Jeff Bezos turning into a helicopter.
Nixon is a meme. Love that. I love that. Love him. How old is Jeff Bezos' girlfriend? That definitely, I don't know if that gives it away. Because I can't see Hugh Jackman dating the way Leonardo DiCaprio dates. But that might just be because, like, Wolverine is my, like, father figure.
She's not 25.
She's not 25.
No.
Is she less than 25?
No, she's 53.
Oh, okay.
No, she's age appropriate. She's age appropriate for Jeff Bezos to be with.
Like, why was 25 your cutoff?
Because that's Leonardo DiCaprio's.
Oh my
and
God.
all of you got it right. It was Leo.
He would never, like, hit on an age-appropriate person.
And then Bezos tweeted, Leo, come over here. I want to show you something. And it was steep cliff, fatal drop.
Danger, steep cliff, fatal drop. He'll do it cowardly, too. He's just going to push you off a cliff. Jeff Bezos looking asshole
and this was
in
the
a
video of
sniffle
the
shirt at
flirting.
the gas station the other day. He was very rude. He probably got it at Savers.
So Barstool Stort sucks, but he retweeted them with this video. They posted this video of Leo.
I think it was Jeff.
And then they...
Is this an old girlfriend?
I don't think so.
Sniffles is Grindr, but
wait.
not.
It's not Mackenzie Scott, the one who actually has put the Bezos and Scott fortune to good use after getting it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
No, it's the person he's still with.
I'm sorry. This about For All Mankind.
And she wants to go to space early next year.
Oh, wonderful.
Aboard a New Shepard, which is a reusable launch vehicle from Blue Origin.
I don't want to say that space, like the ocean, isn't for humans.
I'll say it.
But humans are great, exploited workers.
I should clarify, she is now his fiancé.
You can exploit the
girlfriend
fuck
now
out of humans.
So she is his old girlfriend, because she's now his fiancé.
Oh, wonderful. Blue Orange Jen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Let's go to our leaderboard. You all got it right, so not much will change. You all clearly know a lot about Jeff Bezos. You've been doing very well. This time. But
except for King Klon, who can't dig themselves out of the negative 100 hole.
Well, King Klon, no.
Pee.
King Klon has not answered a question since they got that one wrong. I don't believe.
So they lost the
They
13
did. They did.
Oh,
They answered it right. They just have not answered quick enough to dig out.
Digging out of their hole.
But I sent something. General trivia is approaching. Let's go to question 5. Which of these is not a real Transformer? Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Primacron Prime, or Radimus Prime? 3 of these are real Transformers with Prime-related names. 1 of these is not a Transformer. Pick the one that's not. Yes, exactly. As Scott Ackerman would say, his ex-girlfriend, current fiance.
Okay, I love that. I absolutely love that. How do you feel? I'm going to...
How do I feel?
How do you feel about that?
I think romantic relationships are a disgusting human trait.
Precisely. Only the relationship between an interdimensional, upper dimensional being and a lowly subservient human intern.
my ex-employee, my intern. I don't pay them anymore.
You ever paid me?
Not you.
In being, in your presence, I am paid.
I mean, sure.
Ashamed you didn't pick sooner.
You're ashamed. You're ashamed.
Shame is a wonderful thing to feel and suffer through.
Shame's in the neighborhood of suffering, certainly.
It's certainly in the neighborhood of suffering.
I appreciate it. It's not...
Can be cause of, can be associated with.
And much like with Transformers, there's more to shame than meets the eye.
True. Better help. A better way to help. No.
Oh, we gotta make a competitor to BetterHelp. Better harm, a better way to harm.
Better harm.
No, actually, that sounds actually bad.
Oh God.
Not our fun bad.
Why do the robots turn into giant cassette
So this is
tapes?
Soundwave, who turns into a boombox and then can unleash smaller ones that turn into other Transformers.
That is a lot funnier, 1B.
Yes. But Zero, I mean, you know what best help is?
Best.
They don't have problems anymore. But none of you thought it was Optimus Prime. None of you thought it was Optimus... Or 3 of you thought it was Optimus Primal. 5 of you thought it was Primacon Prime. 2 of you thought it was Radimus Prime. The correct answer is... Primacon Prime. The rest are all real Transformers. And so we're going to look at all of them.
Real Transformers.
I mean, much like Mark Wahlberg, I found a Transformer gun.
I am the bestest boy.
So, of course, Optimus Prime is the awe-inspiring leader of the Autobot forces.
Awe-inspiring, sure.
Originally a mere civilian known as Orion Pax, or Optronics, he was chosen by the Matrix of Leadership to command the first in a number of heavy burdens he has been forced to bear. In the comics, he dies and his whole memory is stored in a floppy disk.
Mm-hmm. That is real. None of the rest, but the floppy disk.
Yeah. Optimus Primal transforms into a gorilla and is much more down to Cybertron. Much more down to Cybertron than his regular...
That sounds like down to cyber sex. I'm gonna be real.
Well, do you know what Cybertron is?
No.
Cybertron is the Transformer homeworld. Oh. So it's their version of down to Earth.
Oh.
So, you know, like when they have Cybertron quakes.
Okay, so I really love that. I really unironically adore that.
No, Mark Wahlberg is trash, Argyle. You are correct.
Mark Wahlberg, committer of multiple hate crimes that he just got off the fucking hook for.
And real ones, not just his father's stew. Gotta pray up. TikTok.
Yeah, did he take the Transformer gun from a Vietnamese man who he then blinded? But the man didn't actually have a gun. He was just being normal.
Unlike others, Optimus Primal is so committed to helping others.
It's when you fuck Tron. It's when you fuck Tron.
It is possible Optimus Primal is the greatest Cybertronian hero who ever lived. Yeah, the new ones do finally have non-white male leads.
Yeah, and they fuck the robots.
Well,
like in Bumblebee
they do, but I don't know if they do in the new one, in Rise of the Beasts.
It's okay, she's 18.
They do say that quite a bit in Bumblebee.
The best Transformer thing Mark Wahlberg did was singing the song from the 80s movie in Boogie Nights. Yes.
And this is Hot Rod. Hot Rod, aka Rodimus Prime, aka Hot Rodimus.
Yeah, they fuck the robot. Like, honestly, they're making eyes at each other the whole time. And at a certain point, she penetrates him. It's sex.
With their fist.
Yeah, she fucking fists him.
So-
She fists him. Fully. She fully fists him. And you know what? Like, I think that we should call sex sex. It's not just like vaginal penetration and or anal penetration.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen fists
Yes.
Bumblebee.
Fists him fully in the heart. Is it hot? I mean, honestly, I was watching it without hearing it and kinda.
I'm trying to see if I can find
The tension is palpable, really. The chemistry between that robot and that woman, she's 18.
They also hug.
I think that's fucking. This is similar to fucking,
Okay.
right?
So here's what's funny. On YouTube, if you search Bumblebee romantic scene, there is an autocomplete.
She's a great actress. She's a great actress.
It's just the scene where they hug, not the scene you're talking about, where she like
no,
reaches.
she fists
She reaches
him.
into Bumblebee to fix him.
No, she fully fists him.
That's the
That's
same-
what I say when I ask to be fisted. I would like you to reach inside of me and fix me. Fuck.
It might be too hot for YouTube. I can't quite find it. But anyway, Rodimus Prime is impatient. And he becomes Rodimus Prime when he gets the Matrix of Leadership in Transformers the movie. And of course, Primacron.
Automod got 1B.
Oh, I'll approve it.
We need to let something dirty through.
Oh, well, a lot of people got. Okay, I like that it got Adam for lube, and it got Adam for lube, and it got Mike 1B BBR for crotch. So Primacron is real, but is not a transformer. Primacron
what?
is an absolutely ancient scientist who is supposedly hyper intelligent with an infinity of intricate plans nested
Like
within
you.
plans, but sometimes overthinks
and
things to the
plans.
point of coming off as rather dim.
Trivia in trivia.
His major claim to fame is being responsible for building Unicron. He built Unicron, the evil planet voiced by Orson Welles.
Lube Crouch.
And he
She fists
existed.
him and then smokes weed with Wiz Khalifa in an old-timey carriage.
He
It
existed
happened,
at the
I
beginning
saw
of the
it.
universe.
So did Primacon.
And Vector Prime is Primus's appointed guardian of time and space.
Oh.
So I guess after writing the theme song to South Park, they appointed a guardian of time and space.
And space. We know that's not true because Fluval is the most powerful
I'm the
being.
guardian of... No, I'm not.
You're the most powerful being in all
Grand
of time
Emperor
and space.
Aquarium.
You
The
are-
boundless enclosure, the endless fish tank.
But you are an iteration
The source of all sea
thereof.
life. Well, fair enough. I suppose by the
therefore-
transitive property.
Yeah, like I worship you.
I've
and
heard really
therefore
good things
worship
about
Grand
Bumblebee.
Emperor Aquarium.
And notably, this interpretation of Bumblebee was born out of watching Into the
it.
Spider-Verse on one screen while silently seeing at the drive-in on the other screen Bumblebee.
I'm sorry, you mean seeing with my own 2-ass eyes a woman fuck a transformer by fisting him? Fisting that
Yes, it's the
transformer.
first non-bae.
Yes.
And yet Bumblebee is bae in the movie. Look, when you got Riz, sometimes you can say it. Oh, yes, I hate Missy. I hate Missy. I hate romance.
Hate romance.
Are you Team Missy or which of you hate romance?
I hate romance.
No, I hate
it.
romance. It's a lonely third-dimensional trait.
Yeah.
I don't know which team I am. Which of you hate romance?
Which of you hate romance? Hashtag Bumblebee.
Yeah, it's by the guy who made the Leica stop-motion animation films like Paranorman and Kubo. Okay, I'm Team Missy.
That's how we knew that that robot wanted to fuck that girl, because of the body language.
Yeah, because of the body language.
Oh, Missy does like romance.
No, Missy
I'm
hates
Team-
romance.
Oh, Team Missy. Hashtag hate romance.
Yeah, Alice likes romance. Yeah,
Loves
no.
Paranorman.
It wasn't the son of the
guy.
Nike founder. The son of the Nike founder / part-time rapper is the founder of Leica.
Because of the implication.
But the movie was... Oh, no, it was him. It was Travis Knight, yeah. It was Travis Knight, the founder of Leica, a.k.a. Chili T, when he was a rapper.
I write like the first Nepo baby who's like, you know what? I'm going to do something really cool. But does he treat his employees well? Is it a well-run company?
No, I remember Chili T.
Is there a union?
I didn't remember. I remembered it all, by the way. You passed my test, King Klon. I was seeing if you listened to Blank Check. It was a test for sure,
It's
just like this next
required.
question. True or false, in the Marvel Comics universe, Prime Sentinels are humans who are unknowingly Sentinel sleeper agents. Is that true, or are our Sentinels just Sentinels who get there in 2 days or less to kill mutants?
Big fishes listen to Blank Check.
Yes. A lot of the film questions mentioned on this show are even in Blank Check.
What Prime Sentinels are humans who are unknowingly Sentinel sleeper agents?
Yes, are they the Sentinels, the robots who kill mutants? Okay, you know who I think can explain this?
Prime.
You know who I think can explain this?
Oh, help us.
In the Marvel Universe, Prime Sentinels are sleeper agents for the Sentinels, the evil robots who try to wipe out humankind, but these sleeper agents are humans who don't even know they're Sentinels until they're activated. Is that true or is that false?
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Who the fuck is this grandpa?
Nine of you
Streamers,
said,
why aren't you praising Bezos? Praise Bezos.
why?
Praise us.
9 of you said true, and it's true. They were created by the human sentinel hybrid Bastion, and it was part of the Zero Tolerance arc. Prime Sentinels go about their lives as average humans until they receive a signal and transform
Like
into
that part-
Sentinel.
Like that part in the Matrix Resurrections.
Yeah, they are like the bots in the Matrix Resurrections, and they look like this.
Oh, cool.
Yes, this arc is from the 90s. I mean, well, fun fact. The answer is both.
Both?
It's Stan Lee and Stan Lee. Because Stan Lee was a pen name
Yes.
for Stan Lee Martin Lieber.
Is that Joe Mad Art? Is that... How many pockets are there? I know someone does a lot of pockets.
That was Rob Liefeld's the big Pocket fan.
I'm gonna be real, I don't like his takes on anatomy. Do love his pockets and try and use that in my everyday life to guide my choices.
Also, yes, there is a Transformer named Sentinel Prime as well. Just so that we're clear.
Just so that we're clear. I see.
The Prime Sentinels were created by Scott Lobdell and Carlos Pacheco.
Ooh.
And here we go. Let's go to the whole article. Let's learn more about them.
Of course there is.
The Prime Sentinels were created when Bastion initiated the Operation Zero Tolerance program. These Sentinels were actually humans who had been fitted with cybernetic nanotech implants, which upon activation transformed the humans into armored beings with powerful weapon systems. These altered humans set up as sleeper agents, unaware of their natures, until a signal from the Operation Zero Tolerance base activated their programming, and they were used to capture Professor X.
It does seem like the hottest gay bar. What are the Deadpool 3 images?
Oh, yeah.
Powerful weapons. Or
Yeah, how do we
armor
feel about
beings.
Deadpool 3 spoilers?
Give them to
Just
me,
visual
please.
spoilers, not plot spoilers
Tasty.
per se, but
spoil that.
we've gotten looks at costumes from Deadpool 3. Have you seen these yet?
No.
Okay, well then we have to show it.
Oh my god.
Because I want to document your reaction to these specifically, given
Okay.
whose costume we saw.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't recognize him because he was in his yellow.
Okay, well, we briefly flashed it, and now we're going to go back to trivia, because Mike's comment came in a little close.
Right.
So let's go to the leaderboard. where Missy is in first with free shipping walk run in second. Amazon driver's piss bottle in third. CEO entrepreneur born in 1964 Jeffrey Bezos in fourth. I forgot what time is in fifth. Animated delivery drone fads in 2 in sixth. King Klon in seventh. Goo in eighth. Blogtoven in ninth. CBC is 10 stops away in 10th. Bootleg Bart in 11th. And Prime Andrew in 12th. With negative 224 points. Missy, I think you'll find these are questions no one really knows.
Do the answers exist? Of course they do. Fluval has determined them.
Oops. Oops.
Oops. Suffering.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. The spoilers in the next question are over 20 years old. Let me confirm that. Yes, the spoilers in our next question are over 20 years old.
Ooh.
So why don't we go to it with
Streamers,
question 7?
why aren't you praising Bezos?
Why not?
Praise
In
Bezos.
Star Wars Legends, Chewbacca died in which of these novels? Aetha Prime, Prime Jedi, Twi'lek Prime, or Vector Prime?
Ooh.
Seen here is Chewbacca not liking this fate.
Yes. See, this is if there was healthcare in late-stage capitalism, who will survive Earth? Usually charged up. It's the only way. It's the only way.
It's the only way.
Oops. I think that if I were to be killed, I would want to be killed on Prime Jedi.
Well, Blogtoven's right. It is the one with Prime in the title.
With Prime. Yeah, just clean that bong. Just clean your bong. You gotta take a second to clean the bong. Might as well do it when you're doing something else.
Well, let's see what you picked. 9 of you answered. So we're losing viewers. But 2 of you said Aetha Prime. 1 of you said Prime Jedi. 2 of you said Twi'lek Prime. 4 of you said Vector Prime. And Vector Prime is the correct answer. It was 1999's Vector Prime. Chewbacca died saving Han's son Anakin from the Yuzon Vong, who flung a moon at the planet Cernpidal.
He got hit by a moon.
And he died. Aetha Prime was originally intended as the villain of a new plotline that Kenner created to serve as the basis for a new Star Wars toy line post Return of the Jedi. And this is what he looked like. The official blurb about Aetha Prime is, a powerful force long kept in exile in a remote fringe of the galaxy has been released by the death of the Emperor. It moves now like a plague. I'm reading. It moves now like a plague, securing control over the shattered remnants of the Empire and re-enslaving newly freed worlds. Aetha Prime, genetics master, ruler of the Dark Worlds and architect of the Clone Wars, is free again. His advanced army of combat clones has already decimated rebel outposts along the galactic frontier. His goal is to crush forever the Rebel Alliance and control the galaxy. And yes, I destroy moons.
Slam me, Moon Daddy. That is a very pretty dress.
Twi'lek Prime is another name for Ryloth, the Twi'lek homeworld. And the Prime Jedi is the founder of the Jedi Order, a mosaic of whom is on Ahch-To in The Last Jedi.
Suffering, CBC.
Such suffering. Let's just sit with this suffering.
No!
Missy is still in first place. I forgot what time is in second. CEO entrepreneur born in 1964 Jeffrey Bezos in third. King Klon in fourth. And then automated delivery drone fads in 2 in second. Free shipping walk around in 6th. Amazon driver's piss bottle in 7th. Goo in 8th. Prime Andrew in 9th. Blogtoven in 10th. CBC is 10 stops away in 11th. And Bootleg Bart in 12th.
Blog, LG
place.
really liked your trooper shirt. Trooper like Iron Maiden trooper or trooper like
It was a stormtrooper.
Okay. The trooper is great. They
It
did
sure is.
make a type of whiskey
Stormtroopers?
out of it.
Out
no,
of Stormtroopers?
Iron Maiden's the
Oh.
whiskey. I mean, look. I don't know what Ewoks do. Maybe they made it whiskey from Stormtroopers. I also really don't know how whiskey is whiskied. Are you discovering how whiskey is whiskied?
I mean, Crab Trapper whiskey says it's made of crabs.
Oh, see? So
Yeah.
you could have Stormtrooper whiskey.
Yeah.
They eat them. They make 2 standalone films is what they do.
And they say they do it because as the ocean's warm, there's too many green
Intern.
crabs.
Because corn.
And so they make a
Because
mash, and then they cook crabs down to crab stock and add the crab stock to the mash.
So you could totally do this.
So there's essence of crab, so you get essence
Yeah.
of Stormtrooper,
essence, some Stormtrooper in there. Essence
Yeah.
of Trooper.
essence of Trooper,
Yeah.
essence of Buckethead, right into that whiskey.
Green crab's bad.
Yeah.
Red crab's good. Yum.
Yum, says Redactron.
Yum. That's right.
That's right.
Yum.
Now, will people be right about this next question? Let's find out. Which DC characters' attempts to punch their way out of their reality altered the DC timeline during Infinite Crisis? Aquaman Prime, Doomsday Prime, Joker Prime, or Superboy Prime?
I would like to invest in crab, please.
I took the crab
Look.
to see how far down the rabbit hole goes. The blue
Look.
crab or the red crab? The red crab, I guess, would be that. The blue crab would be to go back to sleep.
Fluval does not sleep.
Nope.
No. Fluval never sleeps. He never stops dancing. He never
Wow.
sleeps. And he never
I think eagle-eyed
stops
viewers of this show will know I
dancing.
stop dancing sometimes.
But Fluval never sleeps and Fluval will never die.
That's definitely
Fluval never
true. I'll
sleeps
never die.
and Fluval will never die. Fluval will wander the west of America as it is being colonized and conquered in the 1850s, murdering and committing atrocities as he goes. He will never stop dancing, he will never sleep, and he will never die.
0 of you thought it was Aquaman Prime. 2 of you thought it was Doomsday Prime. 2 of you thought it was Joker Prime. 4 of you went with Superboy Prime. And of course, the correct answer is Superboy Prime.
Superboy Prime, which is just a great name to say. That is true,
There he is.
LG. Wow, we can see Superboy though. Look at him.
He was from Earth Prime, a world where all superheroes, except for him, were fictional. And it was
Yep.
originally presented as being the real world that the viewers live in. And some of the effects of him punching reality include resurrecting Jason Todd and resurrecting the Doom Patrol.
Arg. Arg! That's just me voicing a comic. Don't worry about it. It's Stan Lee's vision.
It sure is, except that was DC, so not his vision. Thank you for voicing that
Exactly.
comic, Foolaloof, with the Wilhelm Scream, as we go to our
Exactly.
leaderboard, where King Klon has climbed their way to first place. You know, the hierarchy of power of our leaderboard has changed,
Oh.
as King Klon is in first, Missy down to second, Amazon driver's piss bottle in third. I forgot what time is in fourth. An automated delivery drone, Fads in 2, rounding out our 5 top leaders. King Klon.
Piss can't hold me back. How did they do that?
How did they do that?
I am not just a mind, I'm also a piece of meat. Precisely. Precisely. That is what we are.
Well, now let's go to our penultimate question.
Not Fluval, but me and you.
True or false, Metroid Prime is the earliest game in the Metroid timeline. Is it true or is it false that Metroid Prime is the earliest game in the Metroid timeline? What do you think, Intern Chronology?
Is Prime... Look, I thought that the earliest thing that could happen was 0, and then this bitch learned about negative numbers. So, can't be sure of anything, can we?
Seen here is Samus going down an elevator
Yes.
forever.
Just forever. Just always down.
Yeah. It never goes up. Never leaves it. Just in that elevator forever.
Yep.
It's really a Kafka-esque nightmare.
Metroid Zero, Prime Zero, the first one. Right? He did used to seem really fun and cool. I feel like it was around the time of one of the Jumanjis. She loves elevators. She fucking loves them. And being a little ball. That's right, she loves being a little ball in elevators. Maybe it's just traveling so fast that it looks like it's going down. That could be the case. Up is down and down is up. Turn into a little ball, Samus. Why don't you do it?
Living it up while going down.
Living it up while going down.
Okay, almost all of you said false. Only one of you said true, and it is false.
False!
Metroid Prime takes place between the first Metroid and Metroid 2, The Return of Samus. So not the first game.
That's how they
great
did
point
the
too.
elevators.
Maybe she's completely
in Star
static
Trek.
and the background's moving around her.
Yeah, that's how they did the elevators in Star Trek. They had people
Moving the set around them.
No, they literally there were people outside the doors rapidly changing the set, and there were people holding up lights
That makes sense.
and making them go past the little windows.
I mean, that makes sense. How else would you do it?
How else?
Missy has retaken first place.
Oh!
Only 5 points ahead of King Klon. And I forgot what time is in third with
CBC,
Amazon Driver's
down
Piss Bottle in fourth.
100.
Yes, down 100. And in last place is currently
Free shipping, walk, run.
Free shipping, walk, run.
Walk, run.
Yes. That stupid piss putting me in second.
Stupid piss. Stupid piss.
Well, why don't we go to our last question, a topic everyone definitely knows a lot about, and this isn't a wager. This isn't a wager, so you're going to want to be sure to answer quick, Missy and King Klon. In Farscape, the thief Chiana is from which planet? Casperia Prime, Hyneria Prime, Nabari Prime, or Trillius Prime?
Which one?
Which is the thief Chiana from?
Chiana from Farscape, who stands like this. You can't really see because you can only see me from up here. But my ass is sticking out.
She does stick her butt out a lot when she stands. Yeah, just pick
kind
the
of
right
like
answer.
A cat.
You don't need to know it, just pick the right answer.
Pick the right one. It's not hard. Just pick the right one. You have one thing. All you have to do is pick the correct one.
That gif is Fluval answering every question on this show. No way I got that right.
Through a wormhole.
She was the screaming one. No, it's Jazz is saying, was she the blue one or the screaming one?
She is the screaming one.
She's the screaming one.
Yes, she is the screaming one.
We should rewatch Farscape, I agree. I haven't seen Farscape in maybe a decade.
The first 2 seasons are the best sci-fi that has ever happened.
And also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, Studio Cat doesn't really stay in the studio anymore after we sang the Farscape theme song. 4 of you said Casperia Prime. 2 of you said Hyneria Prime. 2 of you said Nabari Prime. 1 of you said Trillius Prime. Nabari Prime is the correct answer. Casperia Prime and Trillius Prime are planets from Star Trek.
Yeah.
And Hyneria Prime was the Hyneria, not Prime, just Hyneria, was the capital of the Hynerian Empire, which was previously ruled by Dominar Rigel the 16th before he was deposed.
Dominar. I forgot that word.
And that was Fuluf destroying Nabari Prime.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Honestly, it deserved it.
It did.
It was like a fascist nightmare planet.
Yeah, no, it deserved it.
Domino's trivia when? This is a good question. I do want the green jacket. Yes.
I mean, look, National Pizza Day is not till February, so it might be a little bit.
Fartscape. Thank you.
Got him.
Got him. Got him.
Well, now let's see who the winner is.
Streamers, why aren't you praising Bezos?
I
Praise
forgot what
Bezos.
time it is in third with 84 points. In second place, King Klon with 272 points.
Second points from the bottom
And
to
in first
second.
place, Missy, play music tracks for fucking.
Missy! Play music tracks for fucking.
And Missy, we have your address. So don't you worry. We'll be able to ship you the prize that's just for you. But of course, there's also a prize
Never piss again.
everyone gets. Don't ever piss again. It makes you, if you don't, you're closer to being a higher dimensional being.
True.
But there's one prize everyone gets to enjoy, and it's...
Stick 'em in a stew.
And I'm not a doctor. But that was Prime Day Trivia. So thank you for joining us for... Oh, we just got a Who Do They Look Like?
Oh, who does who look like?
We got a Who Do They Look Like from Missy Information. Missy, who do you want to know?
Who do you want to know who looks like?
Who are you asking about, Missy?
Claudia Black, who looks like
Jeff
Aaron's
Bezos.
son. Jeff Bezos.
Do you want me to... I'll bring up Bezos so you can see what he looks like.
You know, it's fucking ridiculous.
What?
Who here has read Blood Meridian by Cormac
Oh my
McCarthy?
gosh, is that your comparison?
Have any of you read Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy? It's a book that is about, by historians have studied this, and it's about as historically accurate a book that you can get. It is about, around the 1850s, individuals who would hunt and scalp indigenous people for money.
I can't believe you're going into this.
And it follows a gang of murderous psychopaths who were soldiers in the Spanish-American War and then moved on to hunting humans to make way for the colonizational forces of America. And in it, there is a giant man called the Judge. And this man creates gunpowder of everything. He speaks a million different languages. He's very cultured. He's been everywhere. He also wanders through the desert with a bone parasol. Yeah, human bones and flesh around the parasol. That's what makes the parasol. With a human on a leash and a gun, and he wanders through the desert butt naked like this. He will never die. He will never stop dancing. He will never die. He will never stop dancing. Is he the devil? Yes.
Oh, is that what that was a reference to? That he will never die, he will never stop dancing was a Blood Meridian reference?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Oh,
I never
good
sleep
grief.
and I will never die. That's how it fucking ends, with the Judge dancing butt naked in the middle of a group of people, like normal ass people, like singing about how he will never die and he never sleeps, and he will never die and he will never sleep and he will always keep dancing.
So you're saying he looks like the Judge, or?
Yes. This person looks, yes, I'm glad. Because he looks like the type of person who would murder a bunch of people really horribly and wear a necklace of human ears around his neck. Yep, trivia. Yep. And it all happened in 2012.
No.
It happened in like the 1850s.
No, 2012 was Domino's changing their name from Domino's to from Domino's Pizza to just Domino's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the horrors of colonization in America.
No, that was you.
Well, look at him. He wants to colonize space.
I mean,
do you
yeah.
think it's going to go any better?
No, but who does he look like?
He looks like the Judge. He
Okay.
looks like Judge Holden because he's a giant hairless
No,
albino
I was just
man.
curious what to pull from my mind palace.
He's a giant hairless albino man.
I
Look
found
up
an
the
image.
Judge. Yes. That is who Jeff Bezos looks like.
Here's an alternate Judge Holden.
Okay. Precisely.
Who does that look like?
Jeff Bezos.
Well, okay, yeah, but
And
usually...
Uncle Fester, but Uncle Fester's a nicer person. He looks like a life-size Mr. Magoo. Bezos looks like Evan's handler from SATC.
Sex in this and the City.
Sex and the City.
Yeah, I'll do Magoo first.
Uncle Fester, he's like a walking Humpty Dumpty. Yes, somewhat. Which is why it creates like this horrible dual image between like these horrible atrocities and a
Wow,
gigantic man who looks
I really
like a
see
baby.
the Evan handler.
Yeah?
Yeah. You don't see it yet, I know, but I want to go back to...
That, okay. Oh, wow, yeah.
He looks like a cross of Bezos and NoHo Hank.
Yes, he does. Lower face, NoHo Hank. Upper head, Bezos. Ripped Mr. Magoo. Just bulked out. That's it. Alternate judge. He looks like if John Lithgow was Baron Harkonnen.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Baron Harkonnen is very exactly the judge. Like, actually exactly, down to his disgusting habits.
That's John Lithgow, not Baron Harkonnen.
Oh, look at John Lithgow. John Lithgow, who I hope to God doesn't do things like Baron Harkonnen, an evil character made to be evil.
I mean, Baron Harkonnen, famously an evil character.
But yeah, that's who he looks like. The judge, who looks like Evan Hansen, who looks like John Lithgow.
No, not Evan Hansen. Not dear Evan Hansen. Evan Handler. And Lithgow
like
played
John
Yoda.
Lithgow.
Lithgow played Yoda in the opening, the radio plays.
Okay.
Oh,
Evan
Handler was on Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip?
Oh,
Studio
the
60 on the Sunset
Strip.
Strip. It's really a tongue twister. Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. 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 Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
Well, of course, also, for next week's trivia, you know, there's a movie coming out on July 21st.
Oh, there is?
Yes. There's a little movie called Barbie. So you better believe we're doing Barbie trivia next week in anticipation of the release of
I'm a Barbie
half
girl
of Barbenheimer.
in a Barbie world wrapped in plastic would be fantastic. You can't, you can brush my hair. There's not much to brush. Let's go party. Yeah. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
And we have some wild trivia in store for Barbie next week. What if we marathon Studio 60 and got cast members to join us?
What if?
As a treat.
As a treat. As a little treat.
What if we got General Veers on? Oh, yeah. King Klon has sounded the sus horn.
Precisely.
And there's a scream from Missy Information, but thank you for joining us for this game of trivia. Again, next week we'll have 10 questions all about Barbie.
Barbie. You'll all be Barbie girls in the Barbie world. We're wrapping you in plastic.
And Lena has Barbenheimer tickets. Ooh. And we'll be seeing Barbie first.
Ooh, that's exciting.
You didn't hear the sus horn? Missy, use your channel points to request a sus horn redeem. Because you should hear it. It's right there in the redeems. No.
It's kind of like that, but not quite.
No, it's like this. Don't make me request it.
Barbie hangs dong. Yo, me too.
Okay, and then here's one for Adam Fink.
Are you not hearing it?
Oh, you don't hear it. You don't hear it at all.
Did you not hear it just now?
Interesting. What? It hasn't been playing this whole time.
We have heard every time you've done it, and it has been fantastic.
Yeah, we've heard it every time. It's
Okay, well, I was doing a whole joke set to its rhythm, so I'm glad that didn't read earlier.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't read at all. Aha, I see why.
Didn't hear it. That's pretty sus. It's pretty sus. You're still not hearing it?
Did you hear it then? Do you hear it when I do this? You don't hear those either. So you've just been seeing the sus horn sounded.
Oh, do now. We do now.
Okay.
Maybe we forgot to blow up a planet? Oh, maybe we forgot to blow on a planet? Forgot to blow up a planet? We forgot to blow up a planet?
We didn't forget to blow up a planet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Thank you for joining us for our game of trivia. We'll see you next week. We have your coordinates.
Streamer. Bezos.
Why?
Praise Bezos.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away. Fluval.